Okay, we are going to do a yoga class tonight for all levels. So find a comfortable seat anywhere you want to practice. It can be on a yoga mat, or you can find some carpet, just a comfortable place that can comfort your body. If you want anything near you for relaxation at the end, you can gather that now. And then eventually we'll just get a comfortable seat. So finding somewhere where you can sit up nice and tall. So whether that's crisscross applesauce, sometimes it's nice to have feet underneath or even feet extended out long. I like to prop up my hips on a blanket or a pillow so that the hips can be over the knees. So taking a moment just to settle in here, finding a comfortable spot, noticing your breath, noticing your body. I've been thinking a lot about love this week. I think love can mean a whole lot of different things. But I think the cool thing about love is that you can always feel it. It's something that no matter what's going on, you always have the capacity to give love and to receive love, even if that's just from yourself. So I think for me, it's a goal of mine to be in a place where I can live a life coming from love. So I practice a lot of yoga. I come to my mat for meditation, for breathing, and the physical poses, because that lets me be more connected with myself and be able to tap into that love that's inside myself. I believe that we all have love inside of us, and we all have that same love kind of made up, so that's the connection that we can all share. And I truly believe that love can change the world, so I challenge you to love this week. No matter what's going on, no matter how you're feeling, what your opinions are things, you can always come at it from love. So that will be our focus for tonight. So sitting up nice and tall still, starting to close the eyes, or maybe just keeping a soft gaze. Letting the shoulders relax down the back. Starting to come into the body, finding the breath. Take one hand to your heart. Maybe noticing the heart beat inside the chest, or maybe you don't. Maybe you feel the breath rise and fall at the chest. And then take the other hand to the belly. Notice if the breath is just here at the heart, or if you can also feel it at the belly. A lot of times we just do chest breathing, and we don't have those deep breaths coming all the way into the abdomen. This can cause our bodies to be more in a state of panic or anxiety. Having full deep breaths that range from the chest all the way into the belly, so the full length of the lungs, can give a lot more oxygen to the body and tell our bodies we are safe. So it's moving us out of that sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight, into the parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. When we are not in this state of panic, it's more easy for us to access love. So noticing the breath here, we'll start to elongate the breath now. So we're going to breathe in, start with the belly, filling the belly up with air, and then breathe in, fill the air up to the chest. Feel the breath at the heart. As you breathe out, let go of the air at the heart, let go of the air at the belly. Inhale, fill the belly with air, fill the chest with air. Exhale, let go of the air at the chest, let go of the air at the belly. Inhale, and into the belly. Keep breathing in to the chest, long breaths. Breathe out of the chest, breathe out of the belly. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, chest, belly. Do a few more like this at your own pace. Deep breaths in, filling the lungs. Deep breaths out, emptying the lungs. One more breath in and breath out. You can drop the breathing technique and bring your hands to your heart. I'll begin class today with one sound Om. You can feel free to join in at home or just listen. Om is the sounds Ah, O, and M. 3 different unique sounds, but when they blend together and they come together, they're one beautiful, harmonious sound. So taking a deep breath in, filling the belly up. Take the chin to the chest. Hands can come to the thighs. And as you gently blink open the eyes, allow them to be soft receivers, taking in just what is right in front of you. This present moment, one moment at a time. Lift the gaze. As you breathe in, circle sweep the hands nice and slow to come up overhead. So really slow, filling the belly up with air as you do this. Eventually, the fingertips, then palms, will come to meet. And as you breathe out, take the hands down through to the heart, right to heart center, like we did with the Om. Do that a few more times as you breathe in, really slow, circle sweep the hands, filling your belly up with air. Breathe out, take the hands through to the heart. Breathe in, circle sweep. Belly fills. Breathe out. Hands come to heart, just as slow. 2 more rounds. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then inhale, take your arms all the way out wide into a T, deep breath in. And when you breathe out, you're going to take the hands to opposite shoulders. So right hand comes to left shoulder, left hand comes to your right, like you're giving yourself a nice big squeeze. That's on an exhale. The inhale, your hands come back, open again. If the right arm was on top there, we're going to switch it, so then as you breathe out, the left arm's on top. Left arm to right shoulder, right arm to left. Inhale, open the hands back up into a T. Exhale, right arm on top. Inhale, open up. Exhale, left arm on top. Breathe in, open up again. This time we're going to hold, breathe out, right arm comes to the top, right arm reaches to left elbow or shoulder, left arm reaches to right shoulder. So inhale, you're kind of pulling the elbows forward more, but as you exhale, soften the shoulders. Breathing into the space between the shoulders. You can either stay like this, especially if you have a tight shoulders. This is a really good spot to hang out. Or you can take the arms up towards the ceiling. You can have outer forearms to touch. Or if you want to wrap a little bit more, you can have inner palms come to touch. But this can be a really big stretch and big on the shoulders, so no need to force. Just let your body be wherever it is today. So that can be right here as well. Lifting the elbows a little higher so they're about chin level. And softening the shoulders. Keep breathing into the space between the shoulders. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, take the shoulders over to the right. Look to the left. You don't need to go too far to feel a stretch here. Deep breath in, back to center. Breathe out, stay here. And then breathe in, go all the way over to the left. Breathe out. Inhale, come back to center. Unhook the arms. Roll out the shoulders a little bit. And as you breathe in, open the hands back up wide again. Breathe out, left arm on top, grabbing opposite shoulders again. So same thing we did, just as the opposite side. So either staying right here, grabbing the opposite shoulders. Perfect spot to work. Or reaching the hands up towards the ceiling so that your outer forearms come to touch. Or interlacing a little bit more so that the inner palms come to touch. This is called eagle arms or Garudasana in Sanskrit. You can lift the elbows so that they're about chin level. Deep breath in, breathing into the space between the shoulders. Breathe out, take the elbows over to the right, look towards your left. Breathing here. And then coming back to center. Taking the elbows over to the left, looking to the right. Found out last week when I watched the video that the video actually flips itself, so that when I thought I was mirroring, it was flipping already. So now I'm just going the actual direction. I think this is right. And then coming all the way back to center. Unhooking the hands, unhooking the arms, rolling out the shoulder, maybe opening the arms up wide. Whatever feels good. The arms, the shoulders might be talking to you a lot, so if you want to move around, that's perfectly okay. And eventually we'll come to tabletop position. Hands and knees, take your time to get there. If the knees are sensitive, which actually I have a bruise on my knee, so I'm going to take my blanket and pad the knees here so that they don't have to be directly on the ground. So you want your knees directly underneath your hips and your shoulders, your hands are going to be directly underneath your shoulders. Fingers spread wide. You want your index finger facing towards the front of the mat and parallel with one another. So setting this foundation up. The feet are going straight back behind you, tops of the feet are on the ground. Inhale, the chest comes forward, the heart opens, the tailbone rises. Look up, cow pose. As you exhale, take the chin to the chest, round the back, tailbone drops, push the back away, cat pose. Breathe in, come back forward into cow, so spreading the collarbones, lifting the heart. Breathe out, chin to the chest, round your back, tailbone drops. Let your breath be your guide to keep moving between these two poses. Each inhale brings the chest forward, heart lifts. Each exhale, chin to chest, round the back. Moving through cat and cow. The breath comes about a millisecond before the movement. And the breath is your cue in all positions. At any point, the breath is labor.
or forced. Let that be your cue to change something, both on your mat and in life off of the mat. Letting the breath be something that you connect to.
Letting the breath be a place where you can feel love for yourself and for others.
One more, breathe and lift the chest.
And as you breathe out,
Take the knees wide, feet are going to come together. Take the seat back to your heels, just briefly for child's pose.
root the forehead onto the ground. So you want the third eye to be connected. That's going to stimulate the vagus nerve.
So it's really good for the nervous system, how it promotes a sense of calm.
This is a spot that you can come to at any point in class. So anytime you want to take a rest, let that be an act of self-love. So no judgment, but coming into child's pose.
One more breath here. Fill the belly up with air. Breathe out, let the air go. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring the knees together.
And then curl the toes under.
And then sit back towards your heels.
So this can be a really big stretch for the feet, but it can also be really nice and soothing for the feet. If it's not, if it's too much, just bring your tops of your feet flat. Our feet are worked all day long, so it's kind of nice to give this stretch if you can. Staying here, kind of feeling that stretch there and breathing into it, letting that be a reason to connect with your breath. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers right at the low back. Let the palms come towards touching. Walk the hands up to about mid-back. Bring the shoulder blades, the elbows closer together. Take the hands, keeping that position, and reach them towards the ground, opening up with the heart. Shoulders drawing away from the ears. Breathing into the space in your heart, in your chest, and then also breathing into the feet. Only be here for a few more breaths. So the mind might go to, I hate this, but see if you can just center it on the breath. It's okay to hate it. But what can you do while you hate that? Can you still stay in a place of love? Hate and love coinciding. And then unhook the hands, walk the hands back forward, and then we'll come into a brief cat pose. So rounding the back, pushing the back away, just to counter that. Walk the hands forward about an inch or two. Curl the toes underneath. Hover the knees about an inch or two off the ground like a bear pose. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Notice that curve in that low back. See if you can maintain that as you bring your legs towards straight. Reaching the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. So this can be a super big bend or big stretch in the hamstring. So feel free to keep a slight bend in the knees. Care more about the back length here. So you can bend one knee, straighten the other leg. Breathe into any tight spots in the hamstring. It could be really nice to kind of walk that out. What's helpful here is if you ground the hands so that your index finger through your thumb are firmly pressing into the earth. So really feel that as if you had like roots coming out of those knuckles, pushing them into the ground. So this can be a whole lot on the arms. One more breath here. Fill the belly up with air. Release all the air from the belly. At the bottom of that exhale, look between the hands.
And slowly step the feet all the way forward. Feet come between the hands. You want your feet to be parallel with each other. A lot of times as we stand, our feet will be opposite directions, kind of facing out. See if they can be parallel facing that front of the mat. Fold forward. Keep a slight bend in the knees so that you're maintaining connection with the low ribs, the upper thighs. That might mean a lot of bend in the knee too. That's okay. Let the head hang. Try not to hold the neck up. Hold the head up. See if you can just completely let it subside to gravity. Maybe shake the head yes, shake it no. You can grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. If you'd like, I find that this can be really nice on the low back. Eventually unhooking the hands and letting the head completely fall here. Once more. And as you breathe in, take the hands to the shins, half lift, flat back. So if your arms are long enough, they can also come to the floor. Mine are not, so I always like to bring them to the shin. What's important is that you have a nice long spine, so not cranking your head to look up, but looking more towards the earth so that you can get long from the tailbone all the way through the spine out to the crown of the head. Exhale, fold back forward. We'll do that a few times with our breath. As you breathe in, reach up, flat back, long spine. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. Take the hands to the hips. And then slowly, so vertebrae by vertebrae, see how slow you can come all the way up to standing. And then let the shoulder blades draw down the back. Hands can come long. Focus on your feet here. You want your feet to be hip distance. So inner hips about 2 fists apart. Or they can also come all the way together. Whatever is better for your body. You want your weight evenly distributed through all 4 edges of the feet. You want to notice if you're rocking more into the toes, more into the heels, and see if you can be directly in the middle. As you breathe in, reach the hands all the way up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. See if you can keep reaching back, if that's okay, on your neck and back, lifting the heart more for a heart opener. As you breathe out, fold all the way forward. Step the right foot back, followed by the left plank pose. Just briefly here in planks to see if you can hold it nice and long spine. So not that like narrow push up back, but see if you can have a long flat spine. Energetically, so moving without movement, feel the palms of the hands pull back to the tips of the toes. You might feel the abs, the belly kind of shake here. And then as you breathe out, reach the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Don't move the hands, don't move the feet. Nice long stance. Deep breath in, fill the belly up with air. Deep breath out, let all the air go. And then lift the right leg off the ground, reach it back behind you. Deep breath in here, and as you breathe out, take the right foot all the way forward, coming in between the hands. It can take a few steps to get there. And then ground the whole back foot. So the whole back, outer edge of the back foot is on the ground here, instead of being up on the toes. And then walk the right foot over a little bit so that the right heel bisects the back inner arch. So the heel is lining up with that inner arch. So this is setting up the foundation, keeping a bend in the right knee. So the right knee is tracking over the right ankle. Pushing weight into both feet. As you breathe in, sweep the hands up overhead for Warrior Two. Both hands are coming long beside the body now. So grounding down in that back
outer edge of the back foot so that you can lift the inner arch. Keep reaching out long between the hands. The gaze can go over the front fingertips. You want your hips facing that long edge of the mat, so don't take your hips forward with you. Hips facing the long edge, but gaze over the front fingertips. Keep bending deeply into that front knee. The right knee is tracking over the right pinky toe, so it's moving more out. And then the tailbone's kind of curving under. Deep breath in, get long out the fingertips. And when you breathe out, take the forearm to the thigh. Left hand comes up overhead. This is side angle pose, Parsvottanasana. Draw the shoulder blades away from the ear. You can use that forearm a little to kind of push out on the thigh to get a little bit more stretch there if you'd like. I like to always stay here in side angle, but the other option is to take the right hand to the floor if that's comfortable and accessible for you. Again, I have short arms, so it's better for me to stay up. If you have a block or a book and you like it like that, with the hand on the block, you can do that too. Tons of options, so whatever's best for your body. The left hand that's reaching up, instead of having it reach super far back, see if the left hand can stay over the left shoulder. This will kind of help protect the shoulder. Deep breath here. And then take the left hand to the hip. Take your gaze to the ground in front of your right foot. See if you can shimmy that back foot up a few inches so it's a little closer. Take the right hand forward of the right foot and out. So it's at a diagonal of the right foot. I'm going to bring a block with me. You can always just keep your hand on the ground coming up on the fingertips, or you can have it on a book or something like that. Actually, I'll do it on my fingertips, but I'll show you the option with the block or book too. So getting super heavy in that right foot. So putting all the weight into the mound of the big toe and the whole foot there. Feeling the energy there. See if you can kind of get light on the back toes. Stepping the left foot off of the ground. So we're going to try and test that balance here. Stepping the left foot up. If you have to come up and down, that's okay, but eventually you want that left foot reaching far behind you. Sorry, I think I just got a package or something. Left foot reaching far behind you. Flex the back foot as if it was standing on the back wall. Your front foot is still facing forward. Left hand reaches up overhead. Deep breath in. Half moon pose. Playing with the balance, kind of focusing the mind on one thing so that you can have easier balance. And as you breathe out, you're going to take lightly, bring that left foot back to the ground. And see if you can open back up in that warrior two position. Shoulder blades drawing down the back. Look over that front hand. Take the left hand to the back leg, reach the right hand up overhead and back behind you so you're getting long on that right side body. Deep breath in. This is reverse warrior. And as you breathe out, sweep the hands to the ground, cartwheel them right to frame the right foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left, bring the knees to the ground, come to a child's pose, feet come together. Let the forehead come to the earth. Taking deep breaths here. And then walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tabletop, curl the toes underneath, push the hips up and back. Maybe taking a little longer stance with the hands, downward facing dog. Deep breath in.
Feel the belly, deep breath out, let the air go. Stepping the left foot, reaching the left foot up first, and then stepping the left foot all the way between the left hands, or both hands. Maybe it takes a few steps to get there. Fully ground the back foot, so the back outer edge is on the ground and you're not up on the tippy toes. Take the left heel over a little bit to your right so that it bisects the back inner arch of the back foot. Bending the left knee, so the knee is over the ankle, very deep bend in the knee, and you're going to sweep the right hand back behind you, getting long in the arms. So the weight is even in both of the feet here. You want the outer edge of the back foot to be pressing into the ground so that the arch of the right foot can lift. Bending deeply into that left knee. Left knee tracks over the pinky toe side of the left foot. So the tailbone's curling under more. The hips you want even with that long edge of the mat, but gaze over the front fingertips. Warrior Two or Virabhadrasana. Getting long to the fingertips. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, take the forearm to the left thigh. Right hand reaches up overhead. You can either keep the forearm there on the thigh, or the left hand can come to the outer edge of that left foot, or up on a block, or a book. You can use the left elbow if it's on the thigh to push out on the thigh. Oh my gosh, look how cute that cat is being. Keep reaching the right hand up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, take your right hand to your right hip, shimmy that back foot in a few inches. Take the left hand forward of the left foot and over to the left, so it's at a diagonal. Getting light on those back toes, putting all the weight into that left foot. Maybe gently just tapping the foot off the ground. Maybe that's all you're at, is just a tap of the right foot up and off the ground. Or maybe the right leg comes long behind you. You flex your right foot like you're standing on a wall behind you. Long line of energy. You can open the chest up more towards the right. And if you'd like to lift your right arm towards the ceiling, you can do that as well. Trying to be light on the left fingertips. Reaching out long from the crown of the head, half moon pose or Ardha Chandrasana. This is actually my favorite pose. And then eventually taking that right leg back behind you as you bend your left knee, landing softly, sweep the hands back up overhead. Warrior Two, deep breath in, long in the fingertips here. And as you breathe out, take the right hand to the back of the right leg. Flip the left palm, first reach up and then reach back so that you're getting long in that left side body. Deep breath in here for length. As you breathe out, cartwheel the hands to the ground, framing the foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Come down into a child's pose. Feeling grounded, slowing the breath here. Breathing in, filling the belly up with air. Breathing out, letting all the air go. One more breath here. And then eventually you'll just sweep yourself all the way forward, bringing the belly to the earth. Coming like flat on the belly. I like to kind of kick the legs back long behind me so that you can get a little bit more length. Bring your hands outside of your ribs, so back of the low ribs. So energetically, so moving without movement, feel the palms of the hands pull back towards the back of the mat in order to inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, lower back down. Keep doing that. Breathe in, lift the heart up. Elbows draw back, shoulders draw back.
Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Do 2 more. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower. This time we'll hold, breathe in, lift. This is Bhujangasana, or cobra pose. Keep drawing the shoulders back, keep lifting the heart up. So a little test here to make sure you're not just relying on the strength of the arms. See if you can lift the hands off the ground just briefly. So you have to kind of engage there. You can either stay here working Bhujangasana, or if you want to go a little further, you can press the hands into the earth. Straighten the arms. If you're going to do that, also push the back of the feet into the ground, lift the legs so that just the feet and the hands are touching the earth. Keep lifting the heart. This is upward facing dog, or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly come back to the earth. Curl the toes, reach the hips up and back. Downward facing dog, just briefly. We'll come to seated, so you can just walk on up and come to seated, or you can take a big bend in the knees, getting light in the feet. Pull the navel in and up so that you can gently hop the feet forward. Coming to sit. Okay, so here, bring the right foot to the left hip so that the right knee is facing towards the front. Then bring the left foot towards the right hip so that the left knee is also facing towards the front. So the knees will kind of stack here. See, so they don't have to be perfect. Everyone's body is kind of made different. So if they're not stacking, that's totally fine too. If this just does not work at all for the body, there's another option that sometimes doesn't work for people's bodies, so just notice what's better. The other option is that the ankle is on top of the knee is on top of the ankle. The shins are about stacked. This one's logs of fire. The other one we were doing is cow face pose. Either place you're at, flex both feet to protect the knees, and then see if you can kind of move the flesh out of the way of the sit bones so that you're sitting firmly on those bones. Sitting up nice and tall, this can be a very big stretch in the hips, so either staying here, breathing, or you can start to fold forward. Notice your breath. Notice any shift in energy in the body. One more breath. And slowly walk the hands back upright, walking the torso, and then we'll switch out these legs. So the left leg was on top. Now we'll take the left leg on bottom. So left foot comes to right hip crease. Right foot comes to left hip crease, stacking the knees. Or stacking knee over ankle, ankle over knee. You might notice that you're here and the knee's not coming towards the ankle. That's totally fine. If it's not comfortable, grab a block, a pillow, a blanket, something, book, just shove it in there, kind of give yourself some comfort too. Flexing both feet. Move the flesh of the sit bones out of the way, either sitting up nice and tall, perfectly good spot to work. This can be really big. Stretch, or slowly walk the hands forward, lowering towards the earth. Keep pressing the sit bones into the ground. Keep noticing the breath.
breath, and then you'll slowly start to walk out, taking the hands back, reaching the torso up. Unhook the legs, maybe you reach both legs long, shake out the knees, shake out the legs, and then we'll come all the way to lying on back. Come this way. Switch it up. Take both knees into the chest. Give the knees a nice big hug. Rocking side to side. And then hug just the right knee in, so left leg is going long on the mat. And do a little circle with the right knee so that you're opening up your right hip. And squeeze the right knee into the chest, coming to the outer side of the right ribs. Take just the left hand to that right knee. The knee is going to come up and over the body. So that your right knee is twisting to the left. Take your torso and twist it open to the right. Your right arm can open up in a T or cactus position, goalpost arm, whatever you want to call it. So here we're slowing the breathing down. Gaze can be up or over the right shoulder. One more breath. And slowly untwist, hugging the right knee back in, then hugging the left knee in too. Take the right leg long, just the left knee hugs in now. Do a little circle with the left knee, opening up the hip. Then squeeze the left knee into the outer edge of those left ribs. Take just the right hand to the left knee. Take the left knee up and over the body. So the left knee is coming all the way over to the right, and the torso is opening up to the left. Left hand can open into a T or a cactus position. Gaze can be up overhead or over the left shoulder. Slowly untwist, hugging both knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze, a hug, showing yourself gratitude, love for being here, for practicing, for putting in the work. Showing up for yourself, showing up for the world. And then take one hand, right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee. And then as you breathe in, push both knees away. Breathe out, both knees come back into the chest. Breathe in, push the knees away so that your arms are coming towards straight. Breathe out, knees are coming into the chest, bending the elbows. Breathe in, straighten the arms. Breathe out, bend the elbows. We'll do this slowly with the breath now, so we'll do it for 4 seconds. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3,
4, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, hug the knees again. Rock side to side. And when you're ready, we'll take the legs long on the mat. Open the feet up wide. Get yourself comfortable here. So if you have a pillow or anything you want to make yourself comfortable, you can, or just rest right on the ground. I like a blanket underneath my head as a cushion. I like a bolster underneath my knees for my low back. And I like an eye pillow on my eyes to kind of block out the lights, the rest of the world, and the pressure. Feels nice too. Arms are long beside the body. Palms are facing up. Shoulders are rolling open. Whole body resting on the earth. Notice the areas that have the most connection. And then we'll start to move through progressive muscle relaxation. So starting with the hands, we're going to make fists. Tight, tight fists, as if you're gonna punch someone. Squeeze, squeeze the hands as tight as you can. Keep squeezing, and then relax the hands. Relax every finger, relax the palms. Feel the whole hands soft and heavy at the same time on the earth. Relaxing. Do that same thing with the shoulders now. Tighten the shoulders up towards the ears. Squeeze the back muscles. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Relax the back. Nice and light. No tension. Squeeze the glutes, the butt. Make a nice tight squeeze your butt. Tighten, tighten, tighten the glutes. And then relax the glutes. Let them soften. Now squeeze the legs, the thighs, the calves. Make tight, tight fists with the toes. Squeeze the whole legs all the way down. Tighten, tighten, tighten. And relax. The thighs, the knees, the calves, even the glutes if they tightened up. Soften the heels, relax the ankles, every toes, relax. And then last, focus on the face, making a tight, clenched face. Squeeze the face as if you were super mad, maybe making a lemon face. Squeeze, squeeze the eyes shut, the lips, the mouth, the nose, clench, clench, clench. Relax the face, the eyes, soften the sockets. Relax the eyebrows, the forehead. Unclench the jaw. Entire face relaxed. Entire body heavy, rested on the earth. Relaxed. Rested. Nowhere to be. Nothing to do. Just be. Shavasana. to your breath. Feel the belly expand, soften. Gently wiggling the fingers, the toes. Maybe shaking the hips side to side, making movement in the body. If you'd like, you can make a big stretch overhead. And then eventually making your way over to the right side, fetal position. Pausing here for a moment. Noticing what you notice. And eventually pushing the hands into the ground, using the strength of the arms. Make your way all the way up to a seated position. You can keep the eyes closed. Hands at your heart. Feeling the breath here. So breathe in, thinking inhale. You breathe out, thinking exhale. Following the breath here. Letting these words anchor the mind. Letting the breath connect. The mind might wander here as it likes to do, and that's okay. Gently bring it back. Love is a state of being. Thoughts, emotions, opinions, feelings, events in the world may come and go, but we have the choice. You have the choice to love yourself, the choice to love others, the choice to be love. And together, love can make an impact. I hope you choose love. Thank you so much for practicing. It not only benefits you, but benefits the whole world. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. If you have questions, comments, feedback, anything you want about like the time being different or different poses or something that wasn't understood, please reach out. Or if you want to learn more about yoga on or off the mat, let me know too. I love to talk about it. I'm posting some videos about like the 8 limbs of yoga soon too. So more than just the physical practice. Instagram's gonna cut me off here in 1 minute. I made it. Thank you guys for watching. Hi, Savannah. Yes, I'm always so impressed when I make it on time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hi, Owen. Hi, Amber. All right. Okay, I hope you guys have a beautiful evening. Sleep well. I will see you soon, hopefully. See you next week.